Welcome to News Now Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're looking at 7 police officers that were chasing a man in a car, and one of the police cruisers smashed into another car, killing 2 people inside. And then they left the scene without checking on the people inside the car.
WPBF 25 News at noon starts with breaking news.
Breaking news here at noon, 7 West Palm Beach police officers surrendering in connection to a deadly crash that killed a mother and her pregnant daughter. It happened last summer, and it follows a months-long investigation into whether these officers violated pursuit policy. Thanks for joining us for WPBF 25 News at noon. I'm Stephen Graves.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny. We have team coverage for you this afternoon. Reporters Nikita Ramos and Terry Parker are live outside the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office with what we're learning about the case. We begin with Terry with new details about the crash. Terry?
We have just also received the arrest report for these 7 officers, and it backs up my original reporting that these officers allegedly were not only involved in an improper high-speed chase at speeds up to 100 miles an hour, resulting in a double fatal crash, but that they left the scene, did not render aid, and did not report the crash.
Now, improper is because the speeds were too high and the pursuit was too dangerous. Their job was to back down before putting anyone else in danger.
3 of the officers appeared in bond court this morning. Etienne Pierre was one of the drivers in the chase. Austin Danielovich also charged with leaving the scene of a deadly crash and obstruction of justice, as was Christopher Reckdahl. The courtroom was packed with their family members, as well as the families of the 2 victims, Marcia Porchette and her pregnant daughter, Janelle Woods. According to the probable cause affidavit, 3 West Palm Beach vehicles, including a marked car, began a pursuit of a Kia Stinger with possibly illegally tinted windows in West Palm Beach late last July.
So over 100-mile-an-hour chase. Some police vehicles driving on the wrong side of the road because someone's tint might have been illegal.
The 3 cars carrying 7 officers pursued the suspect in this improper chase all the way to Boynton Beach, sometimes at speeds approaching or over 100 miles an hour. One vehicle at one point driving the wrong way in the wrong lane. This was a police car. Neone Copeland slammed into Woods and Porchette's car at over 80 miles per hour. The PC says then cell phone GPS records and vehicle trackers showed all 3 of the cars approached the scene and either did a U-turn or drove past it, right where Porchette and Woods were lying there suffering fatal injuries. The report says the officers then turned around, failed to render aid, failed to notify the supervisor, and did not reveal their role in this chase and crash. And as I reported previously, one source close to the investigation tells me that the officers fled the scene, one of them at least, at 100 miles per hour. It was only when Boynton Beach police then went back and looked at the videos around the crash and said, hey, what was West Palm Beach officers doing here? They contact West Palm Beach supervisors, and that's when their involvement in this fatal crash came to light.
So they were out of their jurisdiction to start with. So they chased this guy out of their jurisdiction. They kept chasing him. And other police office or other police station saw that they were around by the CCTV's cameras. And that's when they knew that these cops did this. These cops ran away at over 100 miles an hour to get away from this crash.
We're going to have much more on what happened in court today and where the other officers are and all of the details. But for now, we're going to find out exactly what those charges are. I go to my colleague, Nikita Ramos. Nikita, what happened?
Yeah, and Terry, it was tense inside of that courtroom today as bond is now set for 3 of the 7 West Palm Beach police officers right here today at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. Now, inside of court, we saw for the first time officers Christopher Reckdahl, Austin Danielovich, and Pierre Etienne are all now being held on $125,000 bond each. They're each facing 2 felony counts of leaving the scene of a crash involving death and a felony count of official misconduct.
So as of now, nobody's been charged with vehicular manslaughter, which would have been the first thing they would have charged us with if we would have did something like this. You know, their charges are still serious, but the driver of that vehicle, that police vehicle, that was out of their jurisdiction doing an unlawful high-speed chase should have been charged with vehicular manslaughter.
Now, 4 other officers, Michael Borgen, William Loaiza, Brendan Stedfelt, and Darian Thomas, have been arrested on 1 felony count of official misconduct. In a statement, State Attorney Alexia Cox says that the police officers' actions are a disturbing betrayal of public trust and that the office will pursue justice wherever the facts and the law lead. So this day marks this appearance of these officers mark a very long process ahead that we, of course, will continue to follow.
Now, all 7 are charged with felonies. Now, felonies is usually more than a year in jail. So hopefully they all get jail time. And whoever hit that car, I hope they get a lot of jail time. Now, the charge of the 4 people that have been charged for less should be added more charges. This was they were endangering people around them. Should have been dangerous driving, should have been endangering lives of innocent people. There should have been more added to it, but they're cops, so they're going to get away with a lot of stuff. What do you think of this? What do you think they deserve? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.